Okay, fight fads and fight fiends, welcome back to Fight Week Rundown for the 28th of November 2014. I, of course, Manny MTL or Manny Montreal. Make sure to check me out on Facebook and Twitter. So, as usual, I'll give you guys the rundown on what other news and information I was able to get my hands on, and I'll get started. Friday, the 28th, 9 St. Catherine Street, downtown Montreal, Underdog Boxing Gym is going to be putting on a boxing gala, Montreal versus Quebec. All funds amassed will be going to buying Christmas presents and baskets for kids. Great cause. Get to watch a fight. $25 to $30 at the door. 9 St. Catherine Street this Friday, 7 p.m. I'm going to be there, probably doing a show on it next week. That being said, there's also an amateur boxing gala going down at Club de Boxe de l'Est. Also at 7 p.m. Also on Friday night. That's at 2350 Dixon Street. Same deal. It's not going to cost you much at the door. Support your local boxing gyms, people. Now, Saturday night, we've got Victory Muay Thai 7 Determination. However, I believe it is sold out. So I'm just going to talk about it because you guys missed out on something, I am sure. It's at Club Soda. It was $25 to $40. It's an all-ages show. If there is a ticket left, go check out the website. Maybe on Facebook you'll get lucky with some people talking about having extra tickets. Trust me, a day or two ago there are only less than 100 tickets left. They sold like hotcakes. Go check them out. If not, get in early to check out their next show. So, news, information. Well, MMA and UFC-wise, there was obviously the big Edgar versus Swanson fight that went down, and Edgar pulled out the win. The only notables I want to bring up from that whole card, Paige Van Zandt, I'm in love, and Johnny Hendricks looked deflated. He looked like a grade 10 math teacher. He looked horrible, for lack of a better word. Seriously, now that they got all these new rules with the testing and stuff, I've seen a lot of these UFC guys pull out a fight, show up sick, not make the fight. I mean, he looks all kinds of wonky. I know he was coming off his rehab from his bicep, but I know what was up. Dude does not look healthy. I think Robbie Lawler is going to run him over. That being said, if you guys have watched Tough this year, it's just horrible. It was supposed to be all exciting and fun, a new women's division and a belt and everything. It's a freaking daycare. I DVR'd the thing, fast forward 55 minutes, watch the last 5 minutes of the show, and that's it. I wish I had something else better to tell you about it, but I don't. So I'm moving on to boxing. So, boxing news. Montreal's full of it. Belanti, Georges. Pascal doesn't even know who he's fighting, and we don't know. So hopefully that'll hash out this week, because his fight's coming up. That being said, Jermaine Taylor also is now facing charges, so I doubt he's going to be defending his title anytime soon. More Montreal news. The Phenom, the future, Stephen Butler, who had a fight 2 weeks ago, who knocked his guy out 2 weeks ago, who had the fight 2 weeks before that, who knocked out the guy 2 weeks before that, who had a fight 2 weeks before that, who knocked out the guy. There's a pattern here. This kid's got a fight December 6th. He's going to be opening the show at the Bell Center. Butte hurt his back. You bought tickets, you're worried, you're like, oh, I wanted to see Butte for some strange reason because you don't know boxing, but you're like, oh, I wanted to see Butte. Well, do yourself a favor, go there early and watch this kid. He's opening the freaking show at the Bell Center, December 6th, Stephen Butler. I told you about him, remember. That being said, also more Montreal news. Frank Catroni's fighting December 13th. Man, I love these Montreal fighters. We know what it's about, and it's about staying busy. These kids are not only hungry and hard, but they work, man. They work. Fights every 2-3 weeks. We are building champions in this town. So, big boxing news. The Pac-Man Algieri fight went down. I have trouble saying his name because, well, the truth is I've never committed to learning it because I knew I was going to forget it the minute the fight was over. So, that being said, the guy he supposedly beat was Provodnikov to get the Manny fight. Now, Provodnikov's fighting in Moscow on Friday. I'm highlighting that on my Fight Week Roundup, by the way. So check out my other show. So Provodnikov's fighting this week. Definitely check that out, because that's the dude that should have fought Manny. Anyway, that being said, the only highlights and the lowlights from that card I want to point out. First highlight, the Jesse Vargas DeMarco fight. Oh, beautiful fight. Not just that, but we got a showdown between Russ Abner, Roy Jones, and Freddie Roach's teams. It was really cool to see both guys in the corner work their guys. Both young, hungry, tough fighters. It was a beautiful fight to watch. Zhu Shiming made his big debut to American fans. It wasn't that great, and well, I mean, he's going to get the Venetian in China anytime he wants, so hopefully we'll get to see him polish his game a bit. That being said, the lowlights of this thing. Shame on you, Max Kellerman. Shame on you, you dumb man. I've hated you for a long time for several reasons, but you saying that Manny Pacquiao lost round 5 to Chris Algieri is by far one of the dumbest things you've ever said. That and Jim Lampley followed it up with, that's going to be a tough round to score. Both these guys, I mean, I understand you got a job to do, but let's not talk to people like they're dumb. I mean, for God's sakes, I don't know who they thought was listening to them, but Jesus. Anyways, the other thing, Tim Lane. Tim Lane should be banned from boxing. I don't know what the heck that guy was doing. He belongs on an instructional video on how to do fitness or something. The guy does not belong anywhere near a professional fighter or a ring. I hope that something gets worked out about that. Chris is not a bad kid, and he's a very hungry fighter, and my hat's off to him for standing up 12 with the champ, but I mean, not that he could have done much more, but at least with a better corner, maybe he would have taken a little less. Anyway, that being said, I'm Manny MTL. Check out my other show, Fight Week Roundup. I'm going to tell you what to watch for the following week. And check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Like, share, follow, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next week.